Hey guys, it's Artsy, and in today's video I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks that I used and that you can use to get your channel out there and grow on YouTube fast. So let's get right into it. Also, on the theme of growth, the drawing that you're seeing in the background is the 1-layer challenge, which I found out as I did it, ended up helping me actually a lot, and I think that it taught me some valuable lessons and it helped me grow in my art instead of not YouTube. So I'm just decided that it was fitting for this video. So the first tip is that consistency is your best friend. It really is terrible, I hate to say it, but you're only gonna grow quickly and efficiently if you are consistent on your YouTube channel. So for example, 2 stats that I've figured out work is it's okay to take long breaks as long as you're willing to get back into it quickly. So you can decide to commit to a schedule and do that schedule like posting every week or every 2 weeks, or I post at least once a month, which isn't technically a schedule, but YouTube doesn't seem to hate me for doing that, and I try and post like at least a short a week. But sometimes I get really motivated, and this also works. You can post very consistently, like every day or every other day for like a couple weeks, and that'll help you skyrocket and grow so quickly. There was a week where I did insanely well. I think I gained like 450 subscribers in 2 weeks, and I just posted every single day. I posted multiple long videos in a short, like twice a day, and multiple of them did really, really well, like 25,000 views. 20,000 views, 15, etc. And you can commit to either of these, but you have to, if you want to grow quickly, choose one of them. You can't just post whenever you want or the algorithm will not like you. I hate to say it, but it is the truth. This next tip is a little less intuitive and a little harder to understand, but you're gonna want to make videos that are specific but can attract a lot of people. So I mean, make videos that are specific to a certain group but can attract a lot of people in that group. So for example, I'm making a video game video, and that is specific because it's about a video game, but it can attract anyone who plays video games. Same with art videos. Make videos that are specific to art, like in a certain niche. My niche, I think, is like art with some video game stuff, is what I mostly make and what I mostly enjoy. So make like specific art videos about certain supplies, or like reviewing these supplies, and then that can apply to a lot of different artists because a lot of artists would be interested in that video, if that makes sense. I can't give examples for all niches. I can only give examples for art, but I think that if you, with some practice, you can get better at that. So my next tip is that you should wait on doing the passion projects that you have and the original ideas that you have, and kind of build off of stuff that's already popular until you get a wider audience that kind of, cares about you. So what I mean by that is that focus on ideas that already exist and things that already are used a lot, like concepts like, for example, vlogs, like day in my life, you could wait a little bit for, because they don't actually care about your life yet, but you could do story times, or you could do, I'm only using vlogs as an example because it's easy and lifestyle content, or like closet cleanouts. Those tend to be pretty popular. And then as you grow an audience that, gets to know you, then you can start doing the like, oh, my everyday, or like my tips on blah, 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 So give your channel time to grow and develop. And that's the way that you're going to get a lot of views off the bat, is to do popular ideas almost, and wait on your original stuff. And like, maybe don't post a bunch of OC content until, you've introduced your OCs, or you've, gathered a platform by doing redesigns and such. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, next tip. This one is probably the most self-explanatory one in the video, but hold contests, competitions, draw this in your styles if you're an artist. Giveaways, that sort of thing. Engage your audience. Like, I've seen a couple people encourage their audience to go on trips to foreign countries with them, if that's appealing to you. Try and include your audience in your channel in a way that's not just asking for comments and asking for likes, because I'll get back to that later. You don't want to do that. Why? Because this can help you grow your channel quickly and get your stuff out there, especially if you're encouraging people to make other videos about you for your contest or your draw this in your style. And then other people are going to see those videos and they're going to be like, well, this artist I follow likes this other artist, maybe I'll go check them out, and it'll help you grow. And I think it's just a fun idea. It can also be a good way for your audience to get to know more about you, and you to get to know your audience more, especially if you're looking at their work and you're judging their work, and you're getting to see them and meet them, not obviously in person a lot of the time, but it's just a good way to involve the people that watch you and give back to your community and give them like a reason to follow you, if you know what I mean. The only downside is it can be time consuming, but then again, what about the internet's not time consuming? And also it can attract people that maybe just want like stuff from you and don't actually care about your work, but those people are really few and far between, and I wouldn't worry about it, especially if you're small right now. So the next thing that you're going to want to pay attention to is your click-through rate, and I know that it's easier to say that than actually do it, but your click-through rate, if you don't know what it is where how many people chose to watch your video after seeing the thumbnail in their For You page, or after, getting their video in your Shorts page, who chose to scroll and who chose to keep it. Some of my most popular videos have really high impression click-through rates. For example, I made a comic, it says 3%, which doesn't sound good, but it's a pretty good one. And then my video, my animatic that says I can never choose to love another, that is a 4.5. And then some of my worst videos have a 1 or like a 0.5 even if it's really bad. My redesigning My Little Pony Equestria Girls video, which is way too specific, I shouldn't have done that video. It was popular at the time, I'm getting sidetracked anyways, has a 0.9. And then my I Made a Video Game one has a 4, so you really have to be paying attention to the click-through rate. Obviously an ideal one is like 10, but that's very hard to achieve. The way that you can do this is by, having really good thumbnails and making thumbnails that aren't too complicated, but also very clear and concise. So if somebody is scrolling like past your video, they'll be like, oh, what's that? And it has some key things that people will pay attention to. I'm not going to go into how to make a good thumbnail because I'm frankly not sure. It's hard when you're an artist, but I can link a few videos in the iCard that I watched that were helpful to understand how to make a good thumbnail. So pay attention to your click-through rate. It matters. It might be even one of the most important things to help your channel grow, is having a good thumbnail and a good concept. Anyways, next, bring something to the table for your viewers. If you're not bringing anything that is worthwhile, then nobody's gonna follow you. Sorry, but it's the case. You need to add something new to the internet. There's so much on the internet already, and if you're not adding a little bit of personality or spice, if you're just being another plain gaming channel or plain vlog channel or plain, well, it's hard to be a plain art channel actually, so this doesn't really apply to all artists, but applies to other genres. Do new things. Don't just do the popular videos because they're popular. You might get popular for videos that aren't popular. I've said popular far too many times now. Also, make sure that you're actually making something, that you're not just posting random stuff to post it. I don't hate people that do like the TikTok dances, but it's kind of boring because you're not adding anything, and it's more of a TikTok that doesn't really work the same on YouTube. People don't just dance. Add a personality. If you're making lifestyle videos, show something about your life that's a little different. Make your followers want to follow you because you're you, not because you're somebody else. Anyways, that's tip 6. On to the next one. Don't beg for followers. It's embarrassing, frankly. If you're doing that thing that a lot of the popular YouTubers is like, 3, 2, 1, smash the like button, make sure that you like this video. If you're constantly saying it, it's gonna get old, and it doesn't even help you actually get more likes and stuff, so just don't. Maybe just refrain. Make it so your followers want to follow you, for not just because you're harassing them into doing so. Make your followers think that your stuff is cool on the internet, and that they want to see more from you. This is kind of more of a general tip, but it's not going to help you grow faster. Basically, put more time into saying worthwhile things and doing worthwhile things, and less time into begging for followers. Trust me. Not every trend is going to be for you, and that makes sense because not every trend is for everyone. But if you have a trend that seems fun and that you think fits into your niche or your concept well, do it. I mean, it can only help your channel, and it can be a way to get your name out there a little more because it's very searchable. And if you get lucky and your video gets high up there on the list of videos that people see when they search that thing, it can really, really help your channel grow very quickly. So try and participate in some trends. If you don't find something interesting, don't do it necessarily, because, people are going to know. It kind of shows when you're not super into something. But, as I said, do trends. They can be fun and they can be helpful. Next. Variety is in the spice of life, and by this I mean don't be making one video that's like day in my life and then your next video that's like me playing COD for 10 hours. That is not gonna be helpful for anyone, because then both of those people are gonna come to your channel and be like, hold on, why is there only a couple of videos like this? What do they do most of the time? This isn't making any sense. And they're probably not gonna subscribe even if those videos do well, because they're like good videos to do well. You're not gonna get the long time revenue or anything. So make sure that you're not doing that. But by variety is the spice in life, I mean stay within your general channel, you know, like things that you do and your theme and such, but branch out. Like, don't just make every single video a redesign video. That's boring. Make some videos, for art example, because I am an art channel, make some videos redesign videos, and then make some videos advice example videos, and then make some videos challenge videos. Just don't keep on making the same video over and over with different people or things or concepts, because it gets boring and you're not going to grow really at all. And you grow much quicker if you like gather people from different places of the art community, and then they come to your channel and they can enjoy the things that they like on your channel, but it's not, the other content isn't too far from what they're watching in the first place, so they're not going to get discouraged from subscribing or anything. Anyways, yeah. Next tip. And lastly, the only way to grow quickly is if you're willing to put in the work to make good content, and it may not be so immediate as you wish. You might just not have your first video ever go viral. But if you're making good work and you're trying and you're consistently working on your YouTube channel and working to improve your concept and the actual things that you're putting online, you will grow, and you will grow quickly, because that's just how it is. So make sure that you're not half-assing, your content, and even with not the best softwares and such, or editors and that kind of thing, you can still do well online, and it's not that hard. You can still make well-edited videos. You can import sprites and stuff. I assure you, even with iMovie, you can make good stuff. If not having a script isn't working for you, make a script. If not making a script is working for you, make an outline. I make an outline like for a lot of my videos. For example, this video, I have an outline with all of my tips and then some key points about my tips that I want to cover, and then I write down when I have to put things in the iCard. Just try and make your content worthwhile. You know, record when you're filming instead of just posting the final result. Nobody wants to see just a final result. They want to see how you actually made it and stuff. Like, this content is here. So make sure that you're putting in the work for a good YouTube channel, and you will end up with a good amount of subscribers and followers on your YouTube channel. It's really that simple. I mean, it's not that simple, but it can be that simple sometimes. That is all 10 of my tips, but as always, I would like to add one more, and I'm not gonna say that there's 11 tips because, you know, this isn't technically a tip. But anyways, I'd like to add one more. Tip 11, have fun. Make sure that you're enjoying creating, because if you don't, first of all, it shows. And if you do, then you'll, want to put in the work, and you'll want to spend your time doing this, and you will eventually end up with more subscribers. So make sure that you're enjoying yourself when you make your videos, and love the process, not just the result of getting all the views and the likes and the money eventually. I'm not making money right now, but that's all I have to say for today's video. The drawing is almost done, so the reel will be in a few seconds. So I'll just say my goodbyes now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful if you are interested in starting/continuing/growing on YouTube. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!